Namaste guys, Ashish here, and this is Lenovo's K3 Note review. The phone which took market by surprise by delivering a specs which wasn't just affordable in the price segment of Rs 10,000. We're going to see if it lived to its hype. When specifications of a device are of prime importance to an OEM, that in a limited budget, design and build quality of the phone gets played down. Unlike most of the phones in the range of Rs 10,000, the Lenovo K3 Note is no exception. K3 Note has a block design with rounded edges and a thin rear plastic shell. Prying open the back reveals a user replaceable battery, 2 micro SIM slots and a micro SD card slot. The rear holds a 13 megapixel camera with a single tone dual LED flash. The speaker is located on the front or the right of the camera. The phone features 2 microphones, one being located at the bottom of the device, that's around the edges, while the second is located near the speaker module at the back. The front of the phone is dominated by a 5.5-inch Full HD display that is flanked by a 5 megapixel fixed focus camera at the top and 3 capacitive navigation buttons at the bottom which are not backlit. The K3 Note is a part phablet with 5.5-inch display and is great fit for those who find 5.7 or 6-inch phones too big to handle. The display has a Full HD, that's 1080p resolution with 401 ppi. However, there are two important things to note here. First, the display is not protected by Corning Gorilla Glass, and second, it lacks the sharpness and the feel of a 1080p display. Why is it so when similar devices like Mi4i, Ficom Passion 660 can deliver? It's probably because the UI is not optimized for the 1080p display and hence it looks odd. The specs of K3 Note are almost the same of A7000 from Lenovo. This includes a MediaTek octa-core Cortex A53 processor clocked at 1.7 GHz, 2GB RAM and 16GB of internal storage. Of course, there is a micro SD card slot as well. When I started using the phone, it performed well on day-to-day usage without any major hiccups or lags. Though after a week, I started noting occasional lags now and then. The lag is mostly around when switching apps. When it comes to using Chrome, the experience was a bit disappointing as well, especially when using desktop sites. Most of the time you will end up using the mobile sites, but it will give you an idea on what you might encounter. When it comes to gaming, it's quite a disappointment for high-end game lovers. The Mali GPU is not able to handle games like Asphalt 8 Airborne and Marvel's Fight of Champions. The only good news here is that the phone doesn't heat up much. You can check out our gaming review of the device to know more. Camera. We have done a separate in-depth camera review of the Lenovo K3 Note with samples that you can watch by clicking at the card being displayed on top left. Out of the included 16GB internal storage, 4GB is taken up by system storage along with 1.5GB by pre-installed apps. Lenovo, like always, have preloaded a tons of apps on K3 Note, most of which are useless and can be termed as bloatware. The good news is that most, if not all, apps can be at least disabled if not uninstalled. Check out our video on how to uninstall or disable by clicking the card. Battery life. The K3 Note comes with a 3000 mAh battery, which for its specs is a great match. Overall, during my 1 week of use, the phone consistently lasted for 16 to 18 hours with around 4 hours of screen on time. That using a single SIM card with a mix of both 3G and Wi-Fi network. Important to know that the phone takes a lot of time to charge up. On an average, it takes 3.5 hours to charge from 0 to 100%, which is very slow. Call quality, audio and music experience. I had a great experience on all these fronts. No problem with GPS, network, maps and other related things. The cellular reception was just fine and the phone did not exhibit any strange behavior in areas with poor network signal. When it comes to audio and music playback, the sole speaker located at the back failed to impress me. The speaker output was just not loud enough to be audible in rooms with even more than usual noise. However, the experience is just opposite when you use K3 Note to listen to music over earphones. The phone supports Dolby Atmos, which delivers surround sound and dialogue enhancer that help it to provide great audio quality. The Lenovo K3 Note is priced at Rs 9,999. While the hardware is just great, the phone overpromises its capabilities in more areas than one. It fails on 3 major fronts. First, UI of K3 Note doesn't seem to be optimized for 1080p screen. Secondly, popular games like Asphalt 8 Airborne don't run smoothly on a handset, which is a bummer. And lastly, the phone slows down after a week of usage, which impacts the whole user experience. Apart from these known issues, the Lenovo K3 Note has decent camera, battery life, call quality, audio and music experience. Compared to A7000, which is just Rs 1000 less, K3 Note has double the storage space and better the camera. A couple of you asked how it stands against Mi4i. While Mi4i is definitely better than K3 Note, the price difference of Rs 3000 is no small. Lastly, for consumer who cannot spend more than rupees 10,000 but want better camera that's 13 megapixel here and double the storage, K3 Note could be your choice, but do know you will have to compromise on the performance. So guys, thanks for watching the Lenovo K3 Note review video, and if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't.